After the Rain. The story takes place with Akira Tachibana, a very reserved high school student and was formerly in the track team until she had a severe foot injury. Although she was regarded as attractive by her peers and classmates, she wasn't interested in the boys around her school. Around this time, she lost motivation for track and overall stops going to track practice. This is while she met the manager, 45-year-old man called Masami Kondo, and during this time she was still going through the foot injury and debating whether to quit or not. Despite the large age gap, Kondo, the manager, shows genuine concern and kindness towards the main character. And while people look at Masami Kondo, aka the manager, as a failure and timid person because of his profession, but Akira, aka the protagonist, doesn't look at it that way, but instead sees his timid personality as a caring and charming person. And then she ended up working there, spending time together at the restaurant. As they grew closer and closer, their feelings strengthened over time, causing them to relight their passions, making their bond inseparable. And that's why I like the anime and recommend it to you, because no matter the age, they still help each other by motivating one another, but not by lust or sex, but because they mutually care for each other. And how can you ignore the captivating art style and background colors? And that's why I definitely recommend After the Rain. Give it a try, you won't be disappointed. Paradise Kiss. Yukari is a typical high school student who listens to her parents and attends school every day. As she starts to question her way of life, she encounters a group of fashion design students who has a clothing label known as Paradise Kiss. The group needs to find a model to showcase their designs in an up-and-coming fashion show, and decides to pick Yukari instead. Initially, Yukari was reluctant to be associated with this seemingly eccentric group, but eventually she realizes that they're really nice people. Furthermore, their passion and enthusiasm to follow their ideals and dreams make Yukari realize that she's not been enjoying her life, and this motivates her to pursue her own dreams. And as you can see in these clips, Yukari, the main protagonist, becomes more comfortable in being a model and letting the clothing complement her body. That's one thing that really caught my eye, Like, most people live day by day and don't really enjoy their hobbies because they're forced to live these standards from society, but also are too scared to be out of the norm because it might seem foolish. And that's one thing I like about it. Not to mention the artist Ayazawa, she's made multiple beautiful art pieces.
Tell me about a weird time to cut a video, eh? I know this is a different vibe, hey yo, is this the same guy talking? Yes it is. Sorry guys. Sorry to cut you off in the middle of the video. Even if you want to see my other videos, the recommendations, it's going to be in the top right corner. Other than that, like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Honey and Clover. The premise of the story takes place in an art college institution where three young gentlemen, by the name of Takemoto Yura, the gray-haired boy, who has a light-hearted personality, and Mayumi Takumi, the brunette boy with glasses, who is the most well put together out of the group. And lastly, Morita Shinobu, the black-haired fellow who has been unable to graduate because he can never wake up and attend his classes. And they all have something in common. They are broke college students who live in the same apartment complex even though they struggle to get by. The three of them are able to obtain pleasure through the small things in life. The story follows these characters' life stories as poor college students as well as their love lives, when a short but talented 18-year-old girl called Hanamoto Hagumi appears. Then a love triangle starts between the gray-haired boy and the black-haired boy, where one of them doesn't want to put on any advances because he doesn't want to hurt or ruin the relationship because they like the same girl. Meanwhile, one struggles to express himself and jokes it off, but is truly in love with the girl too, therefore creating a complicated atmosphere. The first time I watched Honey and Clover, I honestly thought it was a wholesome story and a beautiful masterpiece of an art. But now, experiencing the complications of adulthood made me understand their hardships and complications in love, but also in life. Welcome to the NHK. Sato Tatsuhiro, a 22-year-old young man who is a NEET, meaning not in employment, education, or training, and a hikikomori, which is a form of severe social withdrawal. Therefore, he believes everything around him is a conspiracy. Due to this, Sato creates a strange conspiracy theory which includes the Nihon Hikikomori Hokai, in short, NHK, a secret organization with the intention of producing a hikikomori-filled world. Sato intends to break free from the NHK's clutches, but cannot since he finds it too frightening to go outdoors by himself. That is, until he meets Misaki Nakahara, who selects Sato for her project that claims she will cure him of his hikikomori ways.
Little does he know, she will need his help eventually as well. Sorry for changing the atmosphere again. I wanted to get serious with my viewers and tell you why I've recommended this anime and why it meant a great deal to me. Because I used to live that lifestyle where I stopped attending classes and overall stopped socializing with my peers. And the way I used to cope with it was by spending multiple hours on League of Legends, staring at a computer screen for multiple hours, and having a bad diet and rarely sleeping. I even started to believe that my friends didn't really care about me, and ultimately this can happen because of a moment in school or something happened in your home. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this type of video. If so, give it a thumbs up and let me know so I can keep pushing content out like this. This is your boy Kid Guy Gene, and I'm out.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn, no closure, moving closer.